There you go. Oh, you just right. Yeah, I piked it in blood. Oh my gosh. You might need
I got a dry back for it.
You might need the key to lock it. Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
What you lock?
One of those little keys will lock it.
But the key.
Theoretically,
Okay.
crystal would be sometime around noon on Tuesday. Theoretically, lava would be sometime in the later afternoon of Thursday.
4 miles downstream from here. We're entering what's called the Paria Ripple right up in front of us. The Paria side tributary is coming in on the right-hand side. It's very shallow up into here, so I really need to see. So we can just see will be kind of flowing slowly. Dana probably can entertain what's down there.
I have nothing.
Already, huh?
We're going to get down below the Paria. We're all going to go around and say hi to each other. We're all going to be a boat orientation. Your first familiar orientation. And in a couple days, you'll get used to it. Okay, I mean, to really figure out how the trip works and all that. So of course.
What did you hear about the trail bunny?
Yeah,
Hey folks, one thing you want to remember when you're taking pictures down here, with the size of the walls and the canyon down here, you're going to lose a lot of
perspective.
Right.
Condor. Condor.
Yep.
Good eyes, Dan.
They usually poop on you when they come over, so.
Color underneath is pretty cool. Good eyes, babe. You did it.
I think that one lives around here.
He looks like he's got some ownership here.
Well, that's.
But you want to, if you're taking pictures, anytime you see another boat or get somebody in the picture or things like this and this, or give you an idea of how big the walls are, something to compare it to. Once we get down farther down the river, it's great to have pictures of the boat in front just to get an idea of how tall the walls are. Without that, when you're showing all these pictures to everybody, they have no idea what to match it up against. But if you have a boat in the picture or a person in the picture, that gives them a great perspective on how big these walls are. So remember that when you're taking your pictures.
Jump over there so I can stand so you can
The
take a
walls are
picture.
nice and beautiful, but try to get some like perspective.
Oh,
Oh, there are people on the bridge now. We're trying to take pictures.
oh, the shade is nice.
Yeah. So be where's the...
Oh.
Yeah, when I'm at work, my social worker has a free time. Yeah, so I let myself do
I try to keep it to one.
that. I do. I'm no good about it. Maybe it's a
Wash your hands first. That's a big deal. Oh yeah.
1,000 cubic feet per second.
What is a cubic foot?
Cubic foot or cubic feet per second amount of water that they're releasing from the dam. Cubic foot of water is approximately the size of a basketball or a personal microwave
fond memories of a 1-inch art brush painting on this super thick orange
Rigs they use for, these guides use, they're about $40,000 by the time you get them all rigged.
Oh yeah? They're monitoring the sand, the beaches.
Cave Springs Rapids, have a handle. Endangered bat that had been nesting up in that area and could no longer get in because of the type of gate that they had. So they came down with a boat like this with all the ironworks, welded a brand new gate up there so that the bat has an opening for the bats to fly in and out, and they are under recovery now. They are starting to breed again, but they almost became extinct because they could no longer get into that cave area.
Well, that's not good. All it is, these are just solution caves in the making. Okay, especially if...
This one always run? Does this one always have water down?
Yeah, but not like this.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of snow in the North River. Oh yeah, they're pumping. Yeah. We need to go way over right away. Get the permits and all that.
You can get permits for private boating.
Yeah, you
You
can.
want kayak or something.
Right, we'll see private. Well, we passed on this. Okay. But the private boaters have decided that they're a wilderness coalition. And they want commercial companies involved. Yeah, they
Because a
are.
lot of people can't.
No, exactly. Exactly.
You can't grab that water.
See, we're almost under the red wall here. We're pretty close to being under the red wall. Okay, so I think 5,000 is a reasonable number. Actually, you bet.
Do you think,
Well,
that
because
sand?
we're almost, you have to put yourself under the umbra, which comes way out. Okay.
Oh, you're saying if it's oh, I see.
See,
Right now they're going to be real wet.
right.
Cold.
Well, we're gonna leave all this be till we get.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Where was that? Colorado? Yeah. South Carolina.
That's a big year. I mean, you're only starting at 6,000 or 7,000. 28, 26, something like that.
Say what? Here?
Oh, no, it's on the tail of the river, Colorado.
Chihuahua. We're gonna see the elm.
Cones. It's got to be really quiet. You look inside. Right in here.
You still running in the next one?
Oh, they must be out. They're still sleeping. They partied hard. They were written.
Endangered.
Federally endangered.
Some of our members are
At Basin's Paradise, there's a very small.
You're on saving that.
No. But you know the thing
And then
is,
you took the one guy
you
that
have to
only
look at
lasted
Grand
one
Canyon
trip. If he didn't get
as a
by the
microcosm of the rest of the world.
How many
Political
a lot of people were
and environmental things going on now. And then in the big world, there's things dying. I mean, there's species being eradicated every day. And the same thing's happening down here. And the Canal Ambersdale, I don't think is No, that's good. That's good. That's call it talking.
But I like that. Yeah, this is a photo of one photo. I like it. I think it's cool. The bridge outside named my Elmhurst home and his brother Ed. I've been to Cole's studio up on the top.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
There it is. The bridge outside. Tearing me up, man. Get me out of here.
Doesn't it say it was an Indian route?
Yeah. Well, kind of, sort of, but not really. Come on, talk to us, Cole. About 75.
This is 65 years.
Because Emory lived to be 95. God. Hey, this is Lost Finger Rapid. This is not a gag. There was a guy sitting right here. Remember how yesterday we said you always have to see your fingers and toes? He was sitting right here, came through the rapid, and look, point. I'm out the other side, his fingers landed here on the flex.
So he got to name the rapid?
Oh, this is real.
You got to name the rapid now after
So
that?
are you gonna get off the flex?
This is 36 Mile Rapid, aka Lost Finger.
Okay. Okay, it's working. Yeah.
He wasn't on my boat.
Oh.
He was evacuated in Little Colorado.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Quite a story to tell.
Right.
You got it in? They call the owls in, right? I mean, however they do it.
Right.
And sometimes, not often, sometimes the owls are sufficiently interested and hungry. They come down and they try to get the plane. First time, a little bit net drops over.
House dies of fright.
No, just shits his pants.
Well, that's why they clean the cage every day.
get up?
It's kind of,
What time did you get up?
I don't know, I don't have a watch.
Oh.
But it was early. They were just getting up.
What the ancient Puebloans would do was they would come down here in the winter when it was cold up on the north rim.
Up there as well. Yeah, definitely. I was thinking, I'd probably give my husband the look of death if he told me to run up there and get some dinner. You know? I'd be like, yeah, right. Take out, sure. Yeah, there's 4 of them. They're about this big. Holy cow, snow on the north rim. There's a ton of snow up there right now. The park is pushing the state to come and clear out those roads so they can start getting people up there. And the roads are nice. No, there's 4 up there.
That's why I call it the middle.
Something to make sure we're not. Yeah. In fact, I'll tell you what, you can get it on the way down. It's easy.
Look at all this trails. You have no idea are down there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
You got a big one?
heck of a way to carry grain.
Yeah.
Someone they supposed to guard.
Carry a great big thing full of grain up here.
Man alive.
A
Rest
deer skin full of grain.
Yeah. Rest of them sent you up so you can just show them the movie when you get back, huh?
I could.
Yeah, you could. Oh.
Not very far.
Does it level off a little bit? How are you doing with your cough?
Oh, not bad.
It's a little tough climb there, so you can get down here on the trail.
There's a spot there around the other side.
Problem is you have to get back down.
At some point it's coming down. On the wind.
Sorry? Way over. Okay, it's like 310 miles.
like, how the heck did that get to that? I mean, because they left some of it, they still had some on site that they hadn't done anything with. But it's just incredible. It's like, talk about the ultimate jigsaw puzzle. That's chicken. That's defrosted chicken. Defrosted pre-cooked chicken. So what we do is we unfrost it and we
Those are actually granite ribbons, they're not trails. Yes, it's rock. Those would be some pretty burly trails from the super highways through some pretty dense rock.
well, because Crystal has Willie's next to the creek. This is straight. The corner is called Willie's next rock.
I don't know. Well, someplace
I like the way you're rotating it too, so we each have the view.
Also, that's nice. Yeah, I plan it like that.
I was wondering if somebody lost something in the river, or is that a stick?
That would appear to be a stick.
Did you lose a stick?
I lost a stick?
Oh no, there it is.
I lost a stick.
That looks like my stick.
It's echoing in here.
Sticks in the river.
That was his payday.
Yep, that is to Pete's. Sure is. And tomorrow it's gonna be right next to the river, and it's really dramatically different than what you drain a pool.
Yeah.
Looking
for the way it looked at the Colorado and like Wellington. It's gonna look a lot different.
Somebody real exclusive club. Make that somebody had, you know what? Drain the pool.
It's really sweet.
I got it. It was a candy bar.
New thing.
Okay, now you guys don't forget the special prize. Here's the clue.
What is?
Geo W. Parkins, Washington, D.C., 1903. That's the clue. Special prize.
This is double jeopardy.
1903. You have to say what it is.
No. You can't answer me now. You don't know the answer now.
No, I want to remember the
Is this the first of a series of clues? Is that what's happening?
No, this is the clue.
Oh, it's the clue.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one.
Washington, D.C.
That's all he knows about.
What is like the game show?
First superintendent of Grand Canyon.
No. It's the bottom layer exposed, right? And then you have the shift that comes up like this. This is about 570 million years. And this is about, in general, 1.65 billion. Right? And here it is, right? This is it. This is shift. This is the descent. That's the concept right here. And you'll see, I mean, it's right behind you too, down over here, about this way. And you'll see it all the way up to, you'll be able to find it all as far as you go up to the big chocolate. Sometimes people like to take a photo with their hands spanning a billion years.
Sounds like a tunnel.
But, I mean, there it is, right? That little missing space right there is about a billion years ago. It's not here. Now, what would be there? Supergroup, you got it. The supergroup, but it's not exposed right. Right. Exactly. That's right. That's exactly right.
You read it.
No, well, it's not here, so I must have put it away. Because it's elsewhere. Right? We'll be seeing it.
What's left of the supergroup is what.
Nice rock formation up on the wall there.
Later on, we're going to do
good.
Never have to do the record. Some of the records have to take away.
The wildfires also guide, they also guide any big game on regulation, like mountain lions, stuff like that. This makes me want to well up. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. $100 grand. Oh, really? Right. Build tanks and yeah, right. Arizona Fish and Game. Well, that's what we're going to do with you guys. Right. One of you must go. So the others will survive.
Trails.
Uh-huh. I can love
Most of the minerals are wow, really? Oh, it's an ankle here. It's an ankle here. So what happened to him? You going to use all that, or? You pretty much do anything with these.
Okay. And at the last minute, the night before, I thought, who's in? I don't know if I can take that long. Air fly. Helicopter, so we just a small plane that would just take us over it and all that. That night we got back on the ship and that helicopter that we were booked on. And I'm like, you know, it's just like closing doors behind me.
Just totally off schedule, huh? Two or three of these,
It was right in the crux of that.
yeah, but somewhere you cliff out, you can't go any further.
Right, and then we drop down.
It's where the red wall ends, pretty much. I mean, or it's where the
green ends going into the red wall. That
right, that the bright angel. Actually, it's the mauve, I guess, right there, but it just ends.
okay, and this is where this
Yeah, exactly. As if he were one of them.